Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks.
I'm
bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hope you had a great weekend. Hour 1 sponsored by Gaina Trucking. Check out their current job openings at GainaTrucking.com. Gentlemen, how are we today?
It's Monday.
Missing Josh over there.
Monday, Josh is gone at 6:02.
Got to have our time update here.
May 22nd.
Thank
is the
you.
date.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for yes.
Came in this morning and with a missing Josh.
I
Not
know.
missing, but just
he's
not here. And then guess who filled in? Jake.
Yeah, I
Sorensen.
got to do the role of Josh, but he's not here.
It's
Now,
fine, though.
We
You
have
like
a
it, don't you?
producer
Yes.
coming in next week, so it's be a 1 week thing.
You like it though, right?
Oh
It's
yeah,
amazing. Kind of getting you.
love
kinda
doing all the stuff
Blood
back.
flowing.
Yeah.
It just gets me
Blood
rolling
flowing,
back there.
yes.
Yeah, got to get there about
Yes.
20 minutes earlier than usual. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
but
great.
Bill rolled in a little late today.
Yeah, it was a little late.
Came in a little
It's
bit
not
late.
5:42. It was like 5:50
We
today.
had a little crisis at the house. We had a crisis.
I'm
at
glad
the house
that-
like that.
Everything's good.
We had a loose cat.
Oh
We had
no,
a loose cat.
cat got loose.
Yeah, loose cat. So
Cat got loose.
had to handle that. So had to.
Loose cat.
Loose
well, cats
cat.
are generally loose.
Yes, like that, but not generally outside.
No. Well, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we
boy.
have an inside cat too. That if it's outside, it is a crisis.
It's a crisis.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a crisis. So Max does go out some, but just not this time in the morning, and he made a run for it. Yeah.
Did you find him?
What's it? We have Max has
He
been
found
secured. Yes, I got the text.
That is stressful.
Yeah.
Were you running around
Yeah.
the yard?
What's that?
Were you running around the yard?
No, I had to depart because I had to be on the radio.
But did you run around the yard before, to look for him at any time?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you had to
We
depart.
were hoping Max just returned. It was more-
I could see
The
you.
inside cats usually do.
yeah, they
I
don't.
could just see you
They,
running
they,
around.
they
the
think they
yard.
want to be outside. They really don't.
Then they're freaked out.
Yeah, they're kind of freaked
Yeah,
out.
Chloe was a feral. She's still alive, and she was feral. She's crazy.
Uh-huh.
You know what a feral cat is?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Chloe's just crazy. I mean, she acts like she can't see. She can see. Uh,
You're not blind. Open
You're
your
not-
eyes. We know you can
We
see.
know you can see.
Yeah.
Come on, Chloe. Cut the crap.
Sometimes she'll kind of sneak outside, but she doesn't go far. But I'm always worried in our neighborhood with the bobcat and this coyote that she's just going to get eaten forthwith.
Yeah, let's talk about more gruesome maulings within within city limits.
There is a at the graduation party I was at. There was an animal control officer, and he says the city has basically been taken over by foxes. Foxes. He was very interested. There was a
There's
bobcat.
quite a few out there.
That's what he means.
I've seen quite a few foxes.
What was his bobcat update?
He said bobcats. Now, I had to clue him in. I had to clue in animal control. He said the bobcats exist mostly on the outskirts of town. I said they exist in Wyuka Cemetery in the middle of town.
Yeah.
I
Apparently.
just want to see one at some point.
Oh, you do?
I just want just to know it exists. It's not a fairy tale. It's a real thing.
And Wyuka is where we saw the young man painting the fence.
That's right. It was going onto the street.
onto
right?
the street. He was they had to drift over from the street.
You can't paint the fence when the wind's blowing
And
to the
this is
south, sir. Come on.
No, they-
Northbound wind only.
And then they changed the powers that be.
Yeah.
At Wyuka changed it up, and then they had guys just with paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Because I think they realized
Because
we
they're
can't.
getting cars.
We're
We're a little close to Oak Street.
we talked about the monotony of just painting.
Did any breakers have their car affected by this?
We had
paint?
we had
at
someone call
Wyuka.
in. It's like the first week I worked here. Someone called in that they got drifted. They got paint drifted.
Would suck.
Yeah.
Drifted,
It'd be the worst
Yeah.
thing
Oh,
ever.
it would.
What do we do
Yes.
about this?
Yes.
It'd be weird. It'd
And
be weird.
then,
but-
then imagine trying to get Wyuka to pay for that. I think that'd be a little hard. Here we got like, I don't know if
Sorry,
that happened.
that's an
Yeah.
act of God.
Yeah.
My bad. Can't
Yes.
help you out.
But I'll tell you what, painting that whole wrought iron fence that goes around Wyuka took a long time.
Yeah,
I would assume so. It's a long.
Yeah, it was
fence. It's
over a
long
period of
fence.
months. I would see these. I would see these guys just with a paintbrush,
Imagine waking up every day. Good time to paint the fence. It's
raining.
raining.
Not today.
Halfway
Not
through-
today.
We're
I'm going
halfway
home.
through that sucker. Let's put my open for idle chit chat.
That was
here.
idle chit. No,
Their sports takes are great,
generally speaking.
but the random conversations are even better.
I don't know if you want to talk about that on the radio.
You just did.
You just did. I mean, we're not just talking amongst ourselves.
It's time for Idle Chit Chat on Early Break, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
Now we can't forget Friday night we went to Arnold's in Havelock. We were actually there. You thought it was a bit? No, we were actually there. We were there.
A bit.
Some people thought this was a bit. Like, oh, we're
Shtick.
not going. Yeah, shtick. No, we were there. Josh was there. We had other friends there. In the
Eddie
building.
Vedder was there.
Yeah.
Actually, it was strange. That was
Eddie
not-
Vedder.
Eddie
Yeah,
Vedder
I
was
mean-
there with a fanny pack around his shoulder.
Imagine my
Style.
surprise.
That's in for style. You know.
That's
It's in.
that's Josh too. His
Jo-
name is
Josh,
also.
His name is Josh.
Yeah,
Easy
Josh's
to
friend.
remember.
Josh
Yeah.
was there. Yeah, Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, he looks. He's a. He
Yeah.
could. Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
definitely like Eddie Vedder.
I think so we had a little situation breakout. We started talking about getting the T-shirts from the band, and he's mad. He goes, "That's not our band."
Josh
is
Josh
in-
told
Josh
us
is
the
in two-
Kansas Thorns were the band. He said, nope, this is
No.
a different band. I forget what it's called, but he was Josh too, was not in the Kansas Thorns.
Yeah, so it got a little heated.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Like we
And then
gave us
look-
shirts from this band. We get
Talk about when you walk into just a buzzsaw and you have no idea it's coming. So I told Josh, I go, let's get ourselves in line here. How do we get, it's your job, research is how do we get up on the board? How do we challenge the board? And so we figured
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
So we figured how to challenge. Okay, so I went over and then I kind of intervened, got to know the guys who were there. I look over and these guys are playing. They brought their own pucks.
Bad sign.
They were very serious. It's like when the guys walk in and play pool and have their own cues. When they walk in, it's bad sign. And they're very, very kind. So we were playing. So first game with Josh against one of the men and this other man's daughter. Well, it finds out that the other man has a full shuffleboard table in his basement that him and his daughter practice on daily. And then also the one that I had to play against, Sipple played against round 2. He's top 30 in the world.
In the world.
And he's won several national championships. He's been to Vegas to play shuffleboard.
Really?
That's who we had to go.
I walked into
Yes.
that match happening.
Yes.
I said, what is happening here?
Yes, that's who me and Sipple had to go against. It was.
This guy's just curling his pucks
yeah,
around
he's-
right in the three zone.
I'll
wow.
say this: I played pretty decent. I thought Sipple played outstanding, and it was just we couldn't score. It was insane.
He was as nice. He was a gentleman.
He
though.
was great.
He wasn't
yes.
chest puffy. you
No.
know?
Matter of fact, he loved talking about the rules of the game and
Yeah.
explaining the history
Yeah.
of the game. So,
Yeah.
and the board, which I found out, which is different. We talked very intently about the curvature of shuffleboards. I had to figure out how they bend, move like that. This board does not do that. It's again Regal. There's a poured like polyurethane top on top of the wood that makes the entire table just perfect.
It glides.
It just glides,
just
and there
glides.
is no it's going to bend, it's going to curve
curvature.
hard.
There's no dead spot. There's no curve. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's a great board.
Yeah, it was fun, and the place was kind of jumping.
It
really
was.
There was some energy there.
It was.
Yes, we had a few breakers that came down like that. That was
Yeah,
fun
they
to talk to. So
People asked me this weekend, do they still have the popcorn up
Yes.
front?
yes,
Popcorn was there.
yes, popcorn.
We didn't have any, but there was
Actually, not true.
There was
You
popcorn.
guys had some popcorn? I didn't have any.
Missing
popcorn.
Tooth Greg went and supplied popcorn.
Missing Tooth
Oh,
Greg
Who
was there.
Yes,
And I don't have the picture with me. It's in the car.
I have something I'm going to bring. I wanted to save it till tomorrow. I have some photos that Greg gave me that I
Okay.
think will be really, really substantial to the
Missing Tooth Greg was a big part of the party.
Yeah.
He was.
God
Yes.
bless him.
Provided us with a new picture of us
Yes.
with Ken Shimmick also. in that
with Ken
picture.
Shimmick playing the drums.
The band is called Ken Shimmick and the Breakers was
Yes,
the name of
yes,
the
it
band.
was,
We were
yes.
all playing guitar and
Yes,
Bill was yelling at the stands.
He was
the
really
fans.
intense. In
yeah,
that
that's
photo.
very intense. In the
Chip looks
photo.
very happy and chill, and I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like,
You didn't have a neck.
my neck was gone.
Your neck was bent.
It was bent,
it
yeah.
was bent, yes.
Hunchback over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hunchback over here.
Hunchback Jake over here.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
So that was a fun time at Arnold's, and it was a good send off for Jake.
Josh.
who-
I'm Jake. I'm still here.
Yes, he's
No
still
send
here.
off for me. I'm still here.
Josh will return on August 21.
Josh is not up right now. I guarantee it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think he's gonna
Not riding his bike somewhere
riding his bike somewhere
in
Out
Chicago.
riding around.
Yes,
It's all right.
I believe he's
No,
still,
he's not. He's still
in
here.
town.
Yeah, I know. That's right. He should be here. He could be.
He could be here.
He just opted not to be
Yeah.
here. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay.
You're the producer.
I'll be fine today
You're
and
the
the rest of the
salesman,
week.
the producer.
Yeah.
I just put all my hats on, stack them up.
Yeah.
Put all the hats there.
Yeah. And you got to play golf tonight.
I do.
Got
And
golf
I'll tell you
league.
what.
Jay's got golf
I
league.
tell you what. I played Tatanka yesterday. Got my butt kicked.
Did
And Bill knows that course. You said it's very tough. It is tough.
What is it?
Very tough.
That's
course.
up in Niobrara,
I
northeast
can't believe
Nebraska.
you drove up there to play in it. So what did you?
Well, I
go-
went up there Saturday
I was gonna
afternoon.
say. If you went up there Sunday. I'd
No,
be-
we didn't go up there one day.
Yeah.
We stayed the night Saturday at the in-laws, and then went to Niobrara yesterday.
Oh, you
And drove back. Got back around 9:00 last night. This thing went to like 5:30. I had to go back to Crofton, pick up Elizabeth, and drive back 3 hours to Lincoln.
My
9
favorite
o'clock.
part was Jake calls me. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, we're in Norfolk. We're in Arby's." I go, "Pick me with Arby's."
I had to get something quick. I didn't want to sit down and
No,
get
I got
like
you.
a nice restaurant.
What did you
somewhere.
have? This is
No,
idle
that-
chit chat.
Yes.
Double roast beef number
Oh,
2.
Did you use
Classic's too
do
small.
the
It's
horsey
double.
sauce?
No, I hate the horsey
Oh,
sauce.
I love it.
And I
could
don't
bathe
like
in it.
Arby's sauce. Arby's sauce is bad. You
Yeah.
could bathe in
I could-
horsey
oh,
sauce.
it's so good. It's so good.
Please don't.
I know.
It would smell horrible in here if that was
Yeah.
the case.
Bathe it.
Yeah. Why, Bill? You smell.
Horsey
It would
sauce.
smell like. It smells like horseradish
It
sauce.
does-
Did you bathe in it again last night?
Bill, did you shower today? I did. Special shampoo,
Yes.
horseradish, horsey sauce.
Okay.
There we go.
That was fun.
Anything else for idle chit chat?
There'll be more.
Okay, that's it for now.
I
Idle-
also
oh.
discussed real quick. Jake said he didn't play real great and said his timing was off. I go, I wish I was somewhat of a decent golfer because I'd love to play with because I think that I could mess with Jake.
Probably so.
I know.
I
That
told Bill my mental game
I-
is not strong right now. I'm
It's
a
not?
little bit mentally weak on the golf course.
What's
Game's just not right.
You
It's
know,
not
you
right.
could, you get Jake if you didn't want to just like that. Oh, that's change. That's cool. You change your swing, different
Yep.
backswing.
Yep.
And he'd be like,
Yeah, oh,
well,
God.
what do you see? What's going on?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Bill, you got to be
It would-
100%.
Oh, it'd be so much fun to be like, oh, that's interesting how you changed everything.
cadence?
That
Your
looks a little
cadence,
different.
yeah,
that looks a little
your
different.
timing's way different like that, huh? Interesting.
So you're
Oh,
going
you're-
with a little faster swing,
So,
right?
yeah, so now you're gonna speed things up. I see.
Shorter and
Nice.
faster.
Yeah, nice. That's nice. I like that.
Yep.
It was-
And there he goes.
Yes.
And there goes a
I'm
slice.
not
and a
good
top.
enough to even because no matter what, I couldn't back it up with my own
We're gonna
shot.
have
He's
to
just coming right back at
Three-
you.
When are we going? When are we going to
Hager.
Hager?
We'll
Yeah.
make that happen sometime soon.
Well, we should do it.
Yeah,
Maybe
we should-
this
We didn't play
maybe.
it last year. We played, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. I want to say.
Gosh,
3
it's been
years.
a long
we've been
time.
there.
Yeah, the three-legged stool needs to go out there.
Yes.
We can see how Bill.
One set of clubs, 3 players.
Yes, exactly.
Gotta see how
First of all,
Bill
you could,
plays.
I could play that. You need 3 clubs for that.
Yeah.
You need more. I think you need more than that.
Yeah.
If you don't play a lot of golf, I mean,
Yeah.
I could probably get away with playing a few clubs. And I played with a 2-iron.
You play with it too.
And I beat Sip, who had a full bag of clubs.
But I did. But I
he hadn't played golf in 15 years. though
Right.
before
Yeah.
that.
I mean, come on. Let's not go there. I mean, and plus, I don't think you're right. I think you could use a 6, 7, and 9.
I need a wedge in there somewhere.
Okay.
Which
Oh, maybe a
or
wedge, yeah.
sand wedge,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah,
Gap
yeah.
wedge, maybe.
But would you even need a 6?
I don't think you need a 6-iron. I think the most you need there is probably I need a 7-iron,
7.
possibly,
Yeah.
or an 8 on hole 3.
Yeah, you could go 7, 8 wedge,
You can make it happen.
Yeah.
You can make it happen.
captain.
Thank you. That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call today at 402-440-6297. Still doing lawn fertilizer and mowing. Newton's Lawn Care. Andrew, give him a call today.
Andrew.
440-6297. All right. There was some news on Friday for Nebraska that was actually positive. We know that Dylan Raiola commits to Georgia, obviously earlier last week, but Daniel Kalen at Bellevue West was a Missouri commit, flips to Nebraska, decommits Friday, commits to Nebraska on Saturday. So you got your 2024 quarterback.
Nice.
Michael Huffman, Mike Huffman, as it were. Bill knows that guy, I'm sure. Bellevue West head coach. He says in January, he asked Matt Rule point blank, "What's the plan here with Kalen and Raiola? How are we going to do this? I mean, how's this going to go down?" Yeah. This was January. Kalen subsequently committed to Missouri in mid-March,
right.
March 13th. But coach, here's what Huffman said. I talked to Huffman on Saturday. He said we would be ecstatic and lucky to have Danny Kalen as our Nebraska quarterback, but we are aggressively pursuing another prospect. didn't use Raiola's name. And he said but Rule said there's a lot of factors involved. If that does not go well for us, we will be relentless in pursuit of Daniel, Kalen. I
He's
think
got 3 names.
Yeah, we're going with Daniel. And Nebraska last week, as soon as Dylan Raiola committed to Georgia, they were on the phone. They were relentless in their pursuit of Kalen. I mean, Foley, Ed.
We need you.
Yeah,
Come on.
Ed Foley called Huffman immediately on Monday. He talked to Rule on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, Foley and Satterfield were. And this is where Bill comes in. I talked to Huffman about this on Wednesday that he had to do a workout. Daniel Kalen for Foley and Satterfield. Satterfield was on the road recruiting, and they flew Satterfield in on Wednesday, and Kalen threw for him to some receivers. The top 2 guys, Davon Hall and Isaiah McMorris, were at state track, so they were unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
So he was winging it to defensive backs and backup receivers. It was going through their hands, and he throws it pretty hard. But that he had to. Now Huffman said he had to perform that day. They could have said no go. We're going to have to consider something else. But he had a good day.
Yeah, currently it's an evaluation period right now.
Yeah.
So it's with the prospect. So it's not like, well, we went to the school and he was able to work out for us, able to watch him.
Yeah.
And then we sat down with him and talked. You can't
talk to him.
No, you can't talk to him. You can't do any of that right now.
But you can watch him work out.
You can watch him work out. So the rules are that you cannot be the one that runs the workout.
Would you?
So you have to you can observe the workout. You can't run the workout. So that's just the general rules that are followed by everyone during this time.
So but have you gone to a workout and just said, like, well, we can't.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It can happen.
Yeah. I was at an evaluation one time of a junior college player. There was 3 or 4 of us there, junior college player in San Diego at Grossmont College in San Diego. I knew the coach as well.
Sure.
And he was fine. He was working, went through individual stuff. I think it's like to one-on-ones, and he went to one-on-ones, and he went over and he got his ankle spatted. He wasn't hurt. This guy's ankle spatted.
What was he?
During one-on-ones.
What position?
Corner. So he went over to play to get spatted, get his ankle like that. Didn't do one-on-ones. Yeah, I left. I'm like, no, I'm not. Dude. When there's coaches there and you're a real dude, you're like, watch this. You're like, watch this. He didn't want to compete in front of other people. So if there's a reason to get that, like it's kind of the guy doesn't run.
That's weird.
Anytime when people come to camp, like, I'm not going to run. Guess what fast guys do? They run.
They run fast.
They show off.
They show off. They embarrass other people.
God,
they do. So that's how it works.
Dude sport.
And so that's how you stand out with that. Also, I always feel in these spots, it's like I know that if I'd have been involved in I've been involved in numerous situations like this where you're doubling back or something like that.
Sure.
It'd always be like, don't stress out how you got here. Just if you want to be here. So you don't want to get, you try to diffuse right away of being bitter of someone being like, well, I always wanted to be a Husker. I always wanted to be here. And then you guys had someone else. And now all of a sudden, now you want me all of a sudden. What's the deal? It's like, yeah, that's how it works sometimes. Just kind of get over it.
Good point.
Yeah. That's
a good point. That's a good way to look at it.
I say, don't worry about how you ended up here. It's just that you're here. That's the most important thing. Also, at the same time, it's like prom. You don't just, well, I asked first. No, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter everything.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to go with that person because that's who I'd rather go with is them. So it's not just like who asked first of how it goes.
He had a good day. Danny Kalen. It was Wednesday, right after lunch.
To the backup receivers who are dropping everything.
Well, not everything, but he didn't have his guys there, and he evidently rips it. He's been recruited by a lot of people. I mean, he chose Missouri, turned down North Carolina. Everybody knew what was going on with. Everybody knew what was going on with Dylan. No, not everybody knew what he was going to do, and I think there was a point where obviously Kalen felt like Raiola was maybe going to pick Nebraska, so he better get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't wait around, right? Couldn't afford to wait around. And Huffman told me that it's Eli Drinkwitz. He's the coach at Missouri. Did a good job recruiting Kalen. I mean, really poured his heart into Danny Kalen. Now Missouri has to go to Plan B, which that I don't know. It's May 22nd. It's not easy, right?
It's not easy because those chips fall in place pretty fast. The quarterback, when things start happening, it's like boom, boom, boom. I saw that Oregon got there was Van Buren out of Baltimore, if I'm correct with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Van Buren.
Yeah. So he's a 5-star. So generally, when all of a sudden when the musical chair starts rolling,
right,
and people start falling, you better get in line because, like I said, all of a sudden, whoever is being recruited by Oregon also just got dropped. So whoever is like, okay, there's 2 or 3 they got dropped.
Yeah.
So there's options.
Happening.
There's options out there. You can look all around. You look all around. It's like, okay, Josh Allen's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He wasn't a high priority whatsoever.
Not at all.
Like that. Even right now, people would probably be pretty safe to say that if you're going to take one quarterback, you'd probably take Mahomes. He didn't have ridiculous offers out of high school. I mean, he ended up at Texas Tech. It wasn't just because Texas Tech is my dream school, and then I told Alabama and Texas and all of these schools, no, that's not true. That's just where he fell into where he was recruited at. So again, there see a lot of players like that this position pans out, and you see a lot of epic fails at this position.
God, it's amazing.
Just like you see epic fails in the NFL at this position.
Yes, you do.
First rounders that never play a snap.
Never play a snap.
Dan
Kalen, 6'3", 205 pounds, threw for 3,186 yards and 36 touchdowns this past season. His first year as a starter, by the way, with only 7 interceptions, including 5 in the first 3 games. Huffman told Mike Huffman, the Bellevue West coach, said you got to knock that shite off.
Whoa,
shite.
I heard it. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Careful. Look at Bill's face. You got him.
Shite's okay, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's okay. Yeah.
You were worried,
close.
weren't you?
A little jumpy.
Shite. You got to knock that off. He did. He, threw 2 interceptions the rest of the season. He can handle tough coaching, according to Huffman. He ended up completing 63% of his passes, and they call him Danny Dimes.
He had offers from Arizona State, Colorado, Duke, Kansas State, Michigan State, Minnesota, North Carolina, Vanderbilt, and Virginia, as well as Nebraska and Missouri, of course.
Huffman makes clear that since 8th grade, Kalen wanted to be a Husker. So it didn't initially work out, but like Bill said, I got the impression from Huffman that Kalen's attitude is like what Bill spelled out. Like, it is what it is. Dylan Raiola was the number 1 quarterback in the country. I wasn't. He's 28th. He's ranked 28th, Kalen Daniel. 28th in the On3 rankings for what it's worth, 3 stars. So he's not now. The other thing that Huffman wanted to get from Rule that, he made this clear. He made this clear to Rule that Danny's not a runner. He's not Jeff Sims, but he is capable of pulling the ball on 3rd down. This is Huffman talking, and scrambling for a first down or running the RPO game. He said, we do that every week. So Rule said, yeah, don't worry about it. Rule brought up, you guys remember Bill would, you would too, Jake, Spencer Rattler.
Of course.
Now, Rattler, obviously.
South Carolina quarterback now.
Yeah, flourished for Satterfield, but it's not a runner. He's not a runner. Doesn't run it very well, but he's pretty accurate. So
always remember in the coaching world, when you're defending someone that can spin it really well and accurate, can hit hands in that phase, is always more difficult than someone that can just run it. It's if it's something like he's an unbelievable runner, throws it pretty average.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
When it's the other way, when they can throw it and just run it keep plays alive, stay alive in the pocket, maybe carry it 2 or 3 times a game. I mean, he has enough ability to pull it if he needed to in a situation, in a clutch spot.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that really worry you.
Okay. Thank you.
Someone that can throw it and throw it really well and is accurate, all those things with it. That's still the one you're going to go into a game going, that's going to bother us more than that. If you get the super elite, someone like you said, like a Mahomes can still make some plays with his feet, which he did in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did.
Made a big play on
even though he's hurt, still
made a play. Those are just super rare people that can do that. But the ones that when you just have he is such an athlete, but he can't make those throws when you have to make the throws. That's the
Easier
part
to defend.
Easier to defend.
Jake, you remember Tanner Lee?
I do. He didn't really run the ball at all.
No,
he was a statue at quarterback in 2017,
and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Well, the offensive line wasn't very good for Nebraska, and he was frankly just not capable of running at all.
Right. And then now that's not, I bring him up to illustrate that that's not Daniel Kalen, evidently. Kalen can, he can get out. And after his sophomore year, Huffman said, I don't care if you throw a pass this off season. We're going to get you to Bronson Marsh and work on your mobility.
That's a name from the past.
Yeah. You remember that name?
He's a quarterback at UNO.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe UNK.
No, I think he went to UNO, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Now he trains guys in La Vista. And Huffman told Daniel, you got to go improve your ability to throw on the move, just to improve your overall mobility. And I don't care if you throw a pass all summer. He did. Daniel Kalen did it. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. workouts before school, and here he is. I mean, he did a good job, evidently, because he was, as you went through, he was pretty highly recruited.
A lot of offers.
Yeah.
Doc is here to be kind of a wet blanket today because we have heard from Wet Blanket, but Doc, I'll get to him in a sec.
We've heard from Doc and Wet Blanket this morning.
Yes. Here's Doc first, and he's being a wet blanket here.
Okay.
Ready? He says, we all know it doesn't matter who the quarterback for Nebraska is because the offensive line can't block. Realistically, I'm not comfortable with any quarterback that Nebraska has in the roster until I see major improvement from the offensive line.
How was pass?
Well, he's accurate in the phase of that. If you don't have a good offensive line, there's never, it's the same way at running back. I mean, a running back, there's been so few we can just say how many times Barry Sanders, how many times does he make something out of nothing?
He does
He does
many
a
times.
lot. But
Amir did that.
And there's ones that can do that. But I'm just telling you, in the end, right there, if you can't get started as a running back, you're extremely average. That's why you'll see running back sometimes. It's like, how do you end up going to this school? Now he's this in the end. Like you said, it's like Pacheco, right?
Isaiah Pacheco
went to Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Now he started in the NFL for the Super Bowl championship team. Well, potentially going through what was it like in high school? Sometimes it's like, this guy is unreal. This guy is unreal, but he has no one in front of him to get him started, to give him a chance. And at quarterback, if you don't have a chance, if you don't have some receivers up front, all those little things that can go with it, sometimes you don't see all those things.
Pacheco at Rutgers didn't have much up front, probably.
I will say this. I was there during the recruitment of him when he was a junior at that. He had some film now. He did have film. He really did.
But you will come across in your recruiting guys. Now, okay. Can you identify a good running back who's running behind a bad line?
You'll have to see enough things of him. Certain clips can tell you something like, "Oh wow, that's pretty special. That's pretty special." Somebody you're watching like, "Well, what would he do in this spot?" And you're like, "Nothing." He had no options. They got beat at this spot.
So you have to see that.
You have to be able to see some things. Have him in camp is really, really, really important to us. So that part makes a difference.
What's so
a couple
funny
texts
over
over
there,
here to get
Sparky?
to it. We have Wet Blanket and Greg in Myrtle Beach just chimed in.
Nice. South
Let's
Carolina.
go to Greg first. He says, blah, blah, blah. Dogs, he says, dogs get the Ferrari. We get the Ford that leaks oil.
That's a little
Come
much,
on, Greg.
Greg.
Come on.
Greg, now Greg.
I do like if he started off actually with blah, blah, blah.
He said blah,
that
blah,
makes me
blah.
laugh. No matter what he said for that, I kind of...
Greg has been pretty vocal in his disenchantment with the program.
Yeah, for a while now.
For a few years, right?
Well, they've missed 6 straight bowl games. I get that. All right. Wet Blanket is here.
I don't know if we should
What's Wet
characterize
Blanket say?
Daniel
What a
Kalen
name.
as something with leaky oil.
A Ford with leaky oil. That's what Greg refers him to. Wet Blanket says this. Thanks for bringing up Tanner Lee. What does Chris Mortensen think about Daniel Kalen? If you go back in that, Chris Mortensen, a longtime ESPN NFL guy, said he was a first-round talent.
Really?
Tanner Lee.
He gushed. Mort.
Because at Tulane, he's like, yeah, that guy's a first-round talent going to Nebraska. Watch him to be a draft pick.
We had him on these
Didn't work out that way.
airwaves. We had Mort on these airwaves. Am I wrong?
You guys talked to Mort?
Did we talk to Mort?
I think we did,
Get
Jake.
Shefty on?
Are you sure?
No.
I was hoping
no.
that we did.
I thought we did. I thought we had Mort the Mort Report on our airwaves.
I need to go back in the tape. That was like 2016 then at that point.
Yeah, it was a long.
He was here in 2017. We can go back
Some of the breakers. I think we did.
Hey, breakers, longtime breakers. Did we have Chris Mortensen from ESPN on this show?
I feel like
464-5685. This is about 2017 or 2016. One of those two.
Yeah, but Mort was very high on Tannerly. Thank you. That was Wet Blanket or Doc?
That was Wet Blanket.
Yeah, Wet Blanket remembers that. Morton, first round. He said he's a first round talent. Wait,
he wasn't.
In defense of Tanner, he didn't have much blocking, right?
But he can't move though.
No, he couldn't.
I mean, he couldn't move.
Right.
He wasn't like a Roethlisberger who could just shake off all
Right.
the tackles. He's massive. He would go down. He gets sacked pretty easily.
Yeah.
He couldn't move.
He was statuesque.
People are saying no more that I can recall.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
We'll see if you guys can.
It's kind of a big
this.
thing. That'd be kind of, was the president on the
Do we
radio? I
have
don't
the
remember.
president on? I don't
I mean,
recall.
Mort's, I wouldn't put Mort the president, but you'd remember Mort.
Okay, now
maybe.
some are saying that we did have him on now,
Okay.
so we have no idea. Some said no, some said yes.
I love that someone is randomly texting in and just
No
says,
way.
I think you did. No
I
chance.
don't
I
think
just-
you did.
Do you have any knowledge? No, I just don't think you did.
Oh, God.
In the room,
Can we get a hold of ESPN?
We might have talked to more. It's starting to
I
come
think
back to me.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, 6 years ago. It was a long time ago. It was my 20s back then.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Daniel Kalen commits to Nebraska. on
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Someone that obviously has such a high talent level. Obviously, I've seen him play. To be able to have that kind of talent level and be at a school that he wanted to be at,
Saturday. Right.
like that,
Thank
in a hometown state, that's a big deal. So I'm very happy for the young man and very happy for the program.
It turned out.
Yeah.
It turned out for him. It turned out well. I mean, in that he got his offer.
Jake's grinning over here
Yes.
in some text messages.
Before we get to break, I just this text just makes me smile. It just makes me laugh because we have an unnamed texter, but he says his name. He says, "This is Kent. I like quarterbacks that run 4.40s." That's all he says.
That's awesome.
That's
You know what?
That's
That's right. Have a take.
This is Kent.
I like it.
This is Kent.
This is Kent. Thank you,
I like
Kent.
QBs that run a 4.440.
There's not that
All right.
many that
They're
do.
pretty hard to find. Just so you know, Kent. That's really
Scout them
hard.
out for us, Kent. Find them for us. Thank you, Kent. We appreciate the text.
All right, thank you,
Does
Jake.
Kent want any throwing ability at all? Text in, Kent. Let us know.
Just one of 4.440.
Is there anything
throw,
else?
it's a plus. This is all I
We
want
just
here.
gotta go to track meets to recruit quarterbacks.
What are we doing next?
When we come back, update on Husker baseball and on the NBA conference finals. Next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 937 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery back to full health. South Medical and 6 breakthrough surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize in $292 million.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Haves to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes and brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professional get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And with a team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Alert has been serving the area for over 30 years, professional and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big, small, and between. Call them today to 466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure. Starter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. StarterHeyman.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. And you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Amara Smith Spates from Nebraska Bowling. Some kids wish for a family dog. Others wish for a family. Last month, over 100 kids needed a foster family and home. A Gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedar and support Lincoln's kids today.
John Jackson.
Let's say he's first year. Year two, if he wants to transfer, do we allow him back?
Oh, yeah.
What?
It's not a question for sure.
Yeah. Do you allow him back?
With open arms.
Could be a corn dog.
Are you kidding me
Could
right
be
now?
a corn dog.
Really?
Why not?
No.
Yes.
That's what's wrong with us. This guy, no, you can't come back. No, you can't, because you got to find a guy this year that can sit behind Jefferson, that will redshirt, learn the playbook. A smart guy. Got to be smart playing quarterback.
We're on the air.
Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Couple things we did not mention in the opening segment from over the weekend. The conference finals in the NBA are both potentially sweeps right now. 3-0, the Nuggets lead the Lakers. The Heat lead the Celtics 3-0 after a blowout win, 128-102 last night in Miami. Could have sweeps in the way to the
finals.
finals.
I enjoyed the most about the game because it just was kind of on the background. It was like 6 minutes to go. The Celtics emptied their bench. So those guys that never play.
They're
It was
done.
awesome
We're done
watching.
here.
It was awesome watching them play. It was another opposite. They're in the NBA.
Right.
They're really good players.
They're really
just
good.
to make a roster is really
Right.
hard. But it was just fun.
You
All
never
of a sudden,
saw the guys.
Had no
You're right.
idea. Had no idea. But all of a sudden, I wonder if they even had like their shorts and stuff on. 'Cause they probably just wear like dress clothes underneath their warm-ups.
No, they're
We're,
ready.
we're going in the game.
We're going in the game? What?
Seriously?
In the game?
I'm not. I
I don't
haven't
go.
dressed.
I don't go in the game.
Not dressed.
Do you remember Hauser at Michigan
Yes.
State?
Joey or
Doogie?
Sam. There's Joey or Sam Hauser, right?
Yeah.
And Doogie.
Doogie Howser, the
One
young
of the
doctor.
Hausers.
Hauser.
Doogie Hauser, yes.
Yeah, his brother's still at Michigan State.
One of- yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was until he was out there last night. And
Was he one of the guys on the bench?
Yes, he was one of the guys that was in late.
Was surprised to get in the game.
Yeah,
Like, we're not
But I
supposed to be
enjoyed
here.
that part of it. It wasn't even. It was. Right now, it just stinks because it's fun to watch good games. It's fun. I mean, right now, if both series were in that 2-1 state, it'd be fun.
It's fun.
You want to go to game
100.
sevens. You want all the stuff going. You don't want all of a sudden go double sweeps just get to the finals. No,
I think we're looking at double sweeps.
double. It is. It's going to end. Yeah.
Well,
the Nuggets are on the road, to be fair. So the game 4 is in LA. And
Nice.
LA was up in the fourth quarter. But they had an 11-0 run
Right.
by Denver to close that sucker down.
Yeah.
Jokic did not play well until the fourth quarter. He had a
Right.
bad first through
I
third.
think he had
finished
9
strong.
points in the first 3 quarters.
And then he had like
14
in the fourth. Yeah,
Yeah.
he played well in the fourth. But the Heat, again, they win 2 games on the road. They blow out the Celtics in game 3. The Heat have played really well at home, and obviously, they're 11-3 this postseason. They played really good basketball.
Yeah, they have.
And it would be a surprise at this point if the Celtics won game 4 because of how the Heat are playing.
I would say so. I'm going with it'd be a surprise to me if the Lakers won game. It would. I know they're at home. I know all the situations.
They have
I've
a better
watched it.
chance of winning
Yes.
game 4 than the Celtics do, in my opinion.
Think so.
And that's not even biased as a Heat fan. That's just the fact that, hey, one's at home, one's on the road.
And then that's Nuggets 1 seed versus Lakers 8 seed. Heat are 8 seed, right?
The Lakers are not the 8 seed.
They're not?
They're the 7 seed.
Seven.
7 seed. The Heat are
So
the 8
Sybil had
seed.
a good one to me yesterday. He goes, we were on the phone. He goes, at some point in time, we just have to say what it is. It's like Nuggets are a 1 seed and the Lakers are a 7 seed. So then you turn and flip it over like, well, Miami's an 8 seed. So it's just
Miami has beaten a 1 seed.
Yeah.
They've beaten
That's
a 4
weird.
seed, and they're about to beat the 2 seed or whatever, 3 seed, whatever the Celtics are. I think
It's
they're
weird.
2
They're
seed.
without Hero.
You
Don't need him.
Don't know what's interesting about talk about recruiting. I don't know this answer, so answer it for me. Out of junior college, Jimmy Butler, where'd he go?
Oh yeah,
Went to
this is right.
Marquette.
Went to
He
Marquette.
went to Marquette.
So can you imagine the excitement of the Marquette boards when they got Jimmy Butler? They didn't care. He had 0 offers out of high school. He went to Marquette at I think it was Tyler
Right.
Junior College.
Right.
So pump the brakes on what you get excited about. Don't
Sure.
get excited about.
Right.
Sure.
Like that of like, oh, we really love this, like that, don't like him. Like that. Can you imagine? I doubt Marquette was going like, I can't believe this.
No.
We got Jimmy Butler.
Nope.
This is
He
insane.
wasn't highly recruited.
How'd we do this? Out of high school, he had 0.
Big time
0.
offers.
No, 0 offers.
Zero offers,
That's
period.
what it said. 0 offers. 0, no stars, 0 offers out of high school.
You sent this
Went to
to
junior
us.
college.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I researched. That's what
Yeah,
I
you
Thank you,
did.
Bill.
You researched.
Yes,
You
yes.
researched it. Hold on.
Yes.
So
And so
there's
Wow,
your.
there's some stuff in
yeah.
here I didn't. Oh, what's this one? I can't share.
You can't share all the group chat. Scan the ones that you can.
Yes.
The helpful ones.
Here it is. Jimmy Butler's high school redemption story. Kicked out of his own house at 13 years old. True. Unranked out of high school. Unranked. 0 Division I offers. 0. Did not receive a first Division I offer until playing at Tyler, as you said.
Yes.
Tyler, is that Texas?
Texas.
Tyler, Texas Junior College. This is via Max Preps, which is reputable.
Who else is from Tyler?
The Tyler Rose is
Yes.
Earl Campbell.
You called him Matt Campbell.
Matt Campbell.
One of the greatest running backs ever,
Iowa
Matt
State
Campbell.
head coach, running back here.
Tyler Rose.
The great
Maybe
Matt
they
Campbell.
call Matt Campbell the Tyler Rose.
Tyler what are you doing?
Earl.
So my
I
point,
got it
my
right.
point is, like I said, be cautious on
Right.
what you're so excited about and what doesn't work
Yeah,
out
fair.
that way. Because obviously no one's excited about that young man, and that's turned out pretty well.
Oh, Jimmy's amazing. In
My
the
biggest thing I
playoff.
want to know about Jimmy Butler is who were his friends he always has. Obviously, he must be that they have some money or Jimmy's helping him, but he goes over like the last 2 games at the Celtics and they won both of them. He went over and talked to some of his buddies, and they were sitting basically front row in at that. So I wonder who they are. I'm going to bet they're like longtime high school friends.
Might be.
Which would be really cool. I'd love to know who those guys are because obviously they were sitting front row in the garden.
Those aren't cheap seats.
No, they're not.
Those are very expensive.
But they were there. There was about he went right
Several
over
thousand.
right when the game was over. That's right where he went to. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. I'd like to know who those guys are.
Jimmy's amazing.
Both series at 3-0. Nuggets on top of Lakers. Heat on top of Celtics. Don't forget, quickly before baseball, I got to throw this one in there because big golf fan. Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
Koepka wins his 5th major. Gets the first major for Live Golf yesterday. He wins the PGA Championship by 2 strokes. Of his 5 major wins he's had, 3 of them have come in the state of New York.
Oh, I'll bet.
He was in Rochester for this one, Oak Hills. So nice win for Brooks Koepka. 2 over par after his first round. He finishes 9 under total.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize DeChambeau.
He's skinny. He's lost a lot of weight. I mean, that's a guy that's like totally changes his body type every year. He'll balloon up and put on a bunch of weight, just be beefy. Now he's just back to pretty, strong still, but thin.
He looks so different. It was unreal how different that he looked.
Yeah. Koepka went 72, 66, 67.
And
that
one
right?
more.
And one more. I was going to say, if not, he's
this
not
isn't
finished
Live
it.
Golf. He plays 4 rounds.
72, 66, 66, 67.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
This is a major. This is a very
and they
tough
played
golf
in the
course.
rain, I believe, 3 of the days.
Not yesterday.
Yesterday was
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was beautiful yesterday.
Yes.
God, after they win that big trophy, I was watching it
The Wanamaker thing is huge.
on the Golf Channel. I was watching Golf Channel. It's incredible how many photos. For some reason, they showed all the groups that you have to take a photo with.
Yeah.
And Koepka, I mean, after you win, you got a ton of money, and I'm sure you just tell yourself, okay, you're just going to have to deal with this. It was like a half hour long where they just bring in group after group of people you have to take a photo with. It's incredible to watch.
You think he made a lot of money? What do you think he made in that turn? I
think he did. I mean, don't you make?
I think the overall purse was somewhere around 17 million for the.
Okay.
For the
I'm going to
entire,
say $1 million.
I got the numbers.
I'm going to go 4.9.
3.1 mil.
3.1
mil.
Yes.
Ooh.
If you finish second place, like Victor Hovland and Scotty Scheffler, you make 1.5 mil.
Pretty good.
Big difference.
No, that's a pretty good shot, though.
A lot of money there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Pretty good day for those guys.
1.5 for second.
Yes. Yep. Tied for second. So they both got 1.5 mil. Split it. So
Koepka's a dog.
He is a dog. So he's now one of 20 players to ever win 5 major tournament
There's 20
titles.
that have won 5.
I know. Yeah.
I would not have
5 or
guessed
more.
that.
5
or
or
more.
more.
I would have guessed that'd be about in the 12s. Because 5's hard.
Hell yeah, it is.
5's that's ridiculous.
Keep that in mind. That could come up and shut up Sipple at some point.
Could. Yep.
Did
That's
I
amazing.
ever tell you that I talked to my mom, Sharon, who's 88,
Sharon.
at that? She gets very upset with the show. She goes, I don't like that. I like Sipple. I don't like people telling me to shut up. She's very upset. She defends you. My mom defends you. Says every time. She goes, you got to do
my
something.
few defenders.
You
I like.
got to do something about this. She goes, yeah, it's not right. I go, well, it's kind of
Sharon.
it's kind of the show. It's kind of the whole theme of the show.
For 7 years.
Yes, but
No, we're not renaming
Sure,
it.
name it. Good job, Sipple. Good job, Sipple.
If he beats you, you have to tell.
You have to
good
tell
job.
him. We have to
Listeners,
change.
that's
I
part
wouldn't
of the
mind
joke.
changing the one thing if they do win. They have to tell you.
Good job,
Sipple.
Thank you, Sharon. God.
Yes.
Before we get to break, Nebraska baseball has won 6 of their last 7 games. They win a series at Purdue to close out the season. 2 out of 3 games. They lose the middle game, win the rubber match on Saturday, and they're the 4 seed in the Big Ten tournament starting tomorrow. They'll play Wednesday though against Rutgers, but action starts tomorrow. Nebraska 2 p.m. first pitch on Wednesday.
Got it. Yep.
They-
4th seeded Nebraska, 5th seeded Rutgers. Wednesday at 2 p.m. at Charles Schwab Field.
If Nebraska wins game 1, they will play at 6 p.m. on Thursday. So a lot of fans can be there. If they lose, 10 a.m. on Thursday. Not as many fans, so it's a big deal here.
Yeah.
Double elimination. In
So
the
they set
Big
the
Ten
home
baseball
run
tournament.
record too.
They
you
did.
know.
Yep. That was we tracked it all year long.
We tracked that. We tracked that from like day 2.
One of the things to add to that, though, okay, so they have 94 on the season, round trippers, Nebraska. They surpassed the 85 squad's 93, but the 85 squad, which Bill may remember, 69 games they did it in. 69. Okay. This team is at 53.
50, yeah, something like that.
53.
Wow, okay. It's a big
Think about
difference there.
that. Think about that.
How'd they play 69?
Back in the day, I played.
That's a lot of
Where
games.
did
A lot of
69 come from?
non-con. A lot of non-con. There was
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
non-con. It was.
Yeah.
They didn't have any canceled games. They maybe 1 canceled game this year, right? No
Yeah.
series got
It
canceled.
was just
at
a
all?
different schedule back then. It was.
Also, we could have had several more home runs. We could have finished the one game that we tied. could have a chance.
That's right. You could
They
say,
miss,
yeah.
they missed some at bats.
It was a 16-16 game. Yeah, there could have been some more home runs in that
so
game.
things could have happened.
Against
they had to catch
San
a flight.
Diego in the first. So had to get out of there. But,
All right, good
congrats to
job.
Husker baseball, though.
We're talking sports.
We're talking sports. When we come back, Song of the Day and Bill's Thrills of Football Facts Monday. Is that right, Bill?
Yes.
All right. That's up next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. 37ticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week, and their strong team culture. Gaina Trucking and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proud communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From a checking and deposit account, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Spring is here and it's time to seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Their cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly to mostly sunny skies here for our Monday. It will be a warm day with a high of around 82, south winds at 10. Mainly clear tonight, low dropping down to around 55. We'll set for our Tuesday, 84. I'm Tim for 93.7 The 10.
Love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
Time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mama came to the door, the teardrop in her eye.
Once again, from 1975, your song of the day, Shooting Star by Bad Company. 464-56851 is bad. Text good texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Give me 3, Jake. Bad Company. Bam.
Well,
Go.
Bad Company is a song by Bad Company, right?
Bad. Yes, 1974.
Feel Like Making Love. That's
Bam.
probably their best one.
Bam.
Feel like making-
Right, easy there.
Easy
there, champ.
Easy.
Shooting Star.
Shooting Star. And how about Good Lovin' Gone Bad? Yeah. Bill knows that
I
song.
don't know if I know that one.
How about Rock Steady?
Rock Steady.
Bill
That's
knows
okay.
all these
That one's
songs.
okay.
Simple Man. They sing that.
Not the right version. Of that
Good
one.
job on your song. It's sort of pathetic. Every morning, I think about your song of the day quite a bit. And this morning, I was thinking, I just hope he plays something from the 70s.
How about smack dab in the middle of the 70s, 1975?
But we're really mired in that because it was such a great. I mean, that's when the best music was made.
Yeah, it was. It definitely even comes close to it. I know we sound like we're old and stuff, but it's just true. It's just true.
That's really good. That's really good.
That
That might be their best
I
song.
thought you might sing that one, but you just kind of sat there. and
Well,
didn't
I watched
really-
Bill
sang
do
I
it.
mean, Bill was singing.
I
it.
watched Bill do it. I can't wait to see where it took him back to. That is a Shooting Star. I'm going to go 8993.
Okay.
8993.
So just short of a 9.
Right. I think it's Bad Company's best song.
Now, Bill was singing it and had his eyes closed. Where'd you go to, Bill?
Where were you?
Where'd you take us to?
Tell us where you were.
It was kind of like you're at when you have friends with older brothers, and so you're at their house, and the song would be on like as they're like we just be doing stupid stuff, and they're heading out. They're like in high school stuff. So it'd be on
heading out to
in
do
the house
something.
yes, and putting some Brute cologne on. Brute.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you ever
Oh,
have
yeah.
Brute in the green bottle?
Yep.
Seen that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Bathed in Brute cologne, and then listen to this.
Sort of repulsive, by the
Johnny
way.
made a record, went straight up to number 1, which hurt me because Jake faded out during the best line of the song. He had to fade out.
I had to, there's
I know,
rules here.
I know,
There's
I know,
rules,
I know.
Bill.
There's rules. This is where me and Rick Heyman get upset about some of the
Can't please everybody.
Yes,
Copyright
I
rules.
hated missing that one section.
We'll get sued
right there. So it
We'll
was
be off the air.
It was an amazing song. Just the way it started, it was regal.
You like the word
I
regal
love
today.
the word regal. Yes, I'm going to give it an 86899.
What?
8993 86.
Can you remember what it was?
99. If you could, textures, let us know what I rated.
What was Bill's rating?
We can't recall.
So many numbers.
9 seconds ago. We
It
can't
started
recall
off
it.
at 8.6, and then there was some more I forget.
was
If anybody remembers what Bill's rating was,
please let us know. It was 9 seconds ago.
We want to take this serious, Bill.
No, but it was.
This
it
is
was
a show
incredible.
staple.
It just felt great when it started.
It did.
I tell you what, when you get the song, it's literally with me. I have like where I'm at, and then the rating within maybe 1.2 seconds. It just starts. You're like, oh yeah,
I like that
right
older
away.
brother thing.
Yeah,
with the Brute.
The Brute cologne.
Yeah, that was big. Do people still buy?
Can you
Brute?
still get Brute?
I have no idea.
My
green
dad
bottle, dark
green
green,
bottle, dark green bottle.
Textures, breakers.
Had kind of it was like lower than like a long neck to it. Yep. Had a
Breakers. Can you still buy Brute cologne?
Because I wouldn't mind getting some. I would like to get some. I'd like
Bill
to
wants some Brute cologne.
I'd like to have some Brute cologne if that's possible.
You go into Arnold's with Brute cologne, you're on. It's on.
I tell you, my dad still has Old Spice.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Does he?
The little kind of a cream colored bottle with a red little thing. Yeah.
What's that stuff you smack on your face?
What's that?
Aftershave.
Aftershave.
Did you ever do that?
No.
Did you ever do that?
Never did the aftershave.
I did it. I've probably done it a couple times in my life. Slapped on the aftershave.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Oh. Yeah.
All
Tell you
right.
what, if you ever want to enjoy life for like a 30-minute time,
I'm trying to. What?
get the hot shave. Have someone give you it.
yeah.
With the straight edge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have them do it for you.
Do you have that shave like that? And then when they do your neck,
Have you done that?
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Did you do that in New Orleans?
Yes, that's it. Did not do it in New Orleans, but that was find yourself a true barber and get his shave with the straight edge.
Jake, good job today.
Anything on my rating?
Someone thought he said 86753. 8.6753.
It might be. I thought there was one more number. I thought there was a 6.
You forgot your rating within 10 seconds.
East Lincoln West is you maybe said 86899.
That could be
8.
That sounds right.
899.
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys. I'll work on that
Yes.
better.
All right. Before we get to Bill's
If you write
Thrills,
it down.
1 second for Legal ID.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
By the way, the ratings were pretty solid for that one. I think go through saw 10. Who in Columbus, Bill?
Bird
gave it a 6. Doug and Lincoln an 8. Notorious B.I.B. an 8.7. Guilt Nerd a 9.9. Also agrees that's their best song. Bad Company with you, Sip. Jennifer 8.5. Hubby 7.9.
They liked it.
From Novotny Nutrition and Wellness. Yes.
Johnny made a record.
We have a problem.
Straight up number
Real quick before we get to Bill's Thrills, we do have a minor problem. In that I just think you should play all 70s.
All 70s all the time. Early break.
Why do we go away?
You can just make WKRP in Cincinnati here. It'd be awesome.
We got to get to Bill's deal.
All right. It is time. Let me get my open here for Bill's Thrills on a Monday.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up well mushroom.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah, the mushrooms grow better.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
It is a football Monday for Bill. So, Bill, the floor is yours. What do we got today?
Also, we're gonna have some education on college football coaching, but not a particular coaching. Just on we're going to talk numbers.
Okay,
we're going to crunch some numbers for us. Right,
okay.
We're going to talk.
Look at he
we're
whipped
gonna
it
talk,
around.
We're going to talk coaching ratio. So people to understand something. There's 131 now or 33, but basically there's 130 Division I jobs.
133.
At that 133. So just imagine this now. So you want to be a Division I coaching college coach. There's 133 jobs in the world of Division I. That's it. That's really hard numbers to fall into. Also, remember, out of the 133, really, as far as where you kind of go age-wise and with what you're doing, there's probably only 40 to 50 schools where you actually can make a living. Some places you make a very good living. Some places less. A lot of places don't. There's several Division I schools like, hey, what's that position pay? $40,000. That's what it pays. That's
assistant coaching position.
Assistant coaching positions. When you're at certain at schools at that, if you're whatever, you're at San Jose State. I remember being when we first went to Utah State. Right there, we had several on our staff that were making like around 25, and then so making way less than they would make it at a high school job.
And
to
working,
be a Division
and
I
working
coach.
long hours.
So it's long hours, a lot of things to it. So here's where it gets interesting is that where I think especially for football. So you only have 10 assistant coaches. So you're trying to get one of those 10 jobs. There's 10 assistant coaches. Just think of the ratio. If you just took scholarship only, your ratio is like 8 point something per coach. That's really high. Like basketball would be probably somewhere around 3, probably per coach. So at Nebraska, you're somewhere you usually operate by position unless you're a quarterback spot. So the quarterbacks are way less, obviously. Other spots are way more. So a lot of times if you were the position coach, say like a Coach Rayola or myself that would end up having several spots, you were in the 20s. Like one like ratio was 1 to 20 coach to player. That's extremely high.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring it up is because that doesn't happen anyplace else. Like in the NFL, so in college they limit your number, which that's the reason I bring this whole subject up is that's what's crazy, that they can stop you from say you get 10 only and that's it. That happens no place else in any sort of business.
Yeah.
You don't get eliminated. We want to have heart surgeons. You get 4.
Right. That's it.
Figure it out. No, we get that. Oh, we got a bunch of mail to deliver like that.
Right.
You get 2.
Yep.
Nope, you hire more.
Attorneys at law. No, 5. That's it.
That's it. Nope. So it's the only job that you are completely held down by the NCAA on a number of coaches that you can have in NFL. So like let's take the Cowboys. They probably had 24 coaches last year. Everyone has a defensive back coach, assistant defensive back coach. He coaches just the corners. He coaches the tight ends. He has an assistant tight end coach. All those things. So in college ball, it's so crazy because you are in charge of also obtaining the talent and coaching the talent. So you have to go out and get the talent in the recruiting part, where in the NFL, they have GMs and scouts, and they handle that part. You'll have some input. You'll get asked some input, but that's their job. It's your job to coach your guys. And so it's a crazy in the profession that you can stop it and say no at 10. And the reason I bring it up is it's came up twice to vote, and it's got all the way to the last vote and got stopped for increasing on-field coaches. That's the whole thing come up with the analysts. Oh, can't coach. Why? Why can they not coach and make a better product? How's the Big Ten doing right now financially with their TV deal?
Well, it's $1 billion deal.
Yeah. So would you not want
$1 billion a year?
So would you not want to have the best product on the field and have also coaches coaching them to be able to have that? But they stop you at 10, and it's extremely difficult situation. It's very difficult at Nebraska because you have really good walk-on program. That's where your numbers are up. And so sometimes people say, well, they barely even knew me. Well, that's really hard to know everybody what's going on to be able to get tied into them, because you have to get certain guys ready to play, and that number is really high. If you're at USC or Notre Dame, you don't have walk-ons. You have a few.
Roster's considerably small.
Way smaller. Way smaller.
I mean, at LSU, you've talked about it. LSU, the roster size was
way. Well, we'd probably be at 110. No. We would probably, during the season, we're probably at that 98.
That's what I remember you saying.
In the 90s.
Nebraska under Frost would go into that 150 range.
It's a lot of players.
150 range. Yeah, when I've told you.
So it's just an interesting concept for the fans to know of how the coaching ratio works and what goes on with it, and how they have to, and how it's crazy that it's one of the only professions they say where you're capped. It's the only one they say, nope, can't do that.
I think they do it because they feel like an Alabama or a Nebraska or a Michigan, the big upper tier schools with a lot of money would have advantages over a Toledo or a Kent State or maybe a UTEP that just doesn't have as much money.
They don't have as much, but at the same time, can you imagine that?
You see what I'm saying?
Imagine the coaches there are that would be available. Let's just say you're at UTEP, and there is a storied high school coach that is retiring at that. Like, hey, do you want to come work and coach? Yeah, I'm retired. Yeah, I'll come in and coach. You pay me for my insurance and do this. And so there's other ways also. There is people available at every spot to be able to do that.
It's odd. It's odd. You're right.
It's
why do they cap it?
And they're going to say, well, it's finances.
I think an uneven playing field is what we're talking about. They're worried about the NCAA is worried about an uneven playing field.
But to be able to not have young men coached as they should be by the number of people. Now, also remember, here's the thing that stands out with what you're saying. More is not better. So you don't need 30. You don't need you need a few extra ones by spot to be able to handle a few of the things. To all of a sudden say we have 30 coaches, too many voices. No, I don't want that at all. I don't want other side conversations going on. But there's a couple spots where you are very, very, very undermanned at the position.
Good
but
job.
more is not better.
That is Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Mid Plains Advisors. Call them today at 402-730-7387. Dirk's got entire contacts there for all your financial needs. Top of the hour next, a major achievement by a Lincoln baseball team. And we will get to Shemmy Schembechler in big trouble at Michigan next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest. Proudly serving minutes. We're a community making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local farms succeed. We are dedicated to help meet their finances with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Nebraska's favorite vape shop,
Generation V.
providing friendly, personalized service and the largest selection of vaporizers and e-liquid flavors in the state.
Generation V.
Generation V will beat or match any local competitor's price. With a huge selection, great service, and the lowest prices, Generation V is your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
Generation V.
With 4 Lincoln locations, visit us on the web at generationv.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans, begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, attending to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brand.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatment with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at South Point Medical. 402-323.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over. Summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just warmer. Mullen Motors.
Does quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out Sandhills.jobs for more. Sandhills going to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at Sandhills.jobs.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by West Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sill.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by Midwest Bank. Member FDIC, located at 27th and Jamie Lane, down by 27th and Yankee Hill. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers later this year. Again, Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Before we get to some news about social media getting a coach in hot water and out of his current job, I need to give a quick shout out to a Lincoln baseball team. Okay, how about this, guys? This might surprise you.
Okay.
On Friday night, Lincoln East in Class A became the first Class A team from the capital city to win a state baseball championship since Lincoln Southeast in 1977. That's a 46-year drought.
No way.
I'm dead serious.
What year?
1977. Lincoln Southeast. That was the last time before Lincoln East won this Friday night. There had been no champion from the city of Lincoln in baseball since 1977.
That's insane. That's insane.
Salute. I wish I could send a salute emoji to their coach right now.
Michael Lanick is his name. You can say, Michael Lanick. Well done.
Salute.
So these baseball games are 7 innings in high school, but this went 10 innings. 3-2. Lincoln East outlast Millard West.
Millard West is tough. I mean, they have a bunch of Division I guys.
That's incredible.
I hope I'm not speaking out of turn.
Spartans.
They do. They have guys going for
several.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna say several.
So
Spartans.
That's pretty cool though. The first time in 46 years.
That's incredible. Jake, thank you.
That anyone from Lincoln's won a Class A state baseball.
I was following it. I just did not follow the number of years. I had no knowledge of that.
Thank you.
Once again, producer, talent, everything.
I know, Jake. You're like
I had to mention it, and that was important.
Yeah, and you played Bad Company today.
I played Bad Company. Had to do it.
Johnny wrote a record. Went straight up to number 1.
Okay. Nice. Okay. 464-5685. Call or text as always.
Okay.
So, social media has struck again.
Yes, it did.
Shemmy Schembeckler. Glenn Shemmy Schembeckler, the son of Bo Schembeckler, was hired by Michigan to be an assistant recruiting coordinator.
Yes.
And 3 days later, he is out of his job. He's not there anymore because of some issues on what he has liked. Not what he's tweeted. It's not retweets or tweets. It's simply going through his likes on Twitter. Bill.
The Detroit News. This is,
it's fascinating.
In this sort of story,
fascinating.
We have to be very painstaking in reporting exactly what's going on, right, guys?
Yes.
Schembeckler, this is according to the Detroit News. Schembeckler's Twitter timeline had a number of posts and likes of multiple offensive and insensitive posts, including, this is the key, including several suggesting slavery and Jim Crow were positives to strengthen Black individuals and families. Now, Schembeckler on Saturday rushed to scrub. I don't know how you do that, Jake. You would know, not that you've ever had to do it, but you go scrub your Twitter account
And then he eventually just can't
Deactivated it.
He deactivated it.
I would imagine it's like anything else. When I don't know this for sure, but scrub your account, somebody can still find it. There's no way that it's like that's gone forever. So there's people. If people want to
screenshots.
Screenshots.
If the FBI wants to find it, they'll find it.
Yeah.
They're going to come up with the information. The bizarre part of it is that those things are usually well researched, and he came from a long career in the NFL.
Long career
in the
quarter century
in the NFL. Can you imagine the NFL?
Yeah,
that they know everything.
Oh,
no one delves deeper. So I just wonder. I just wonder if he was released from. If he no longer has a job in the NFL because of something of this nature.
I don't know.
He had not been in the NFL since 2019 with the Raiders.
No, that can't be true. I think he was up until February with the NFL.
I was reading the Detroit Free Press says he had spent years in the NFL serving as a scout, most recently for the Raiders. Oh, since 2019. So he had been with the Raiders. Excuse me. Since 2019.
Yeah, with the Raiders since 2019. He was in a scout role up until February. I know he was a scout because I ran into him in Rutgers this year.
Yes.
Yes.
He did tell us.
Yeah, I ran into it.
I forgot about that.
And that's also ties in because they talked about some things off the field with the offensive coordinator getting fired.
Okay, so
Michigan, which is kind of went away. Like no one's really saying anything about it. It just went away.
It's still investigation.
Yes,
it's still an investigation. So what we're talking about now is there's been a number of issues in the Michigan program this offseason, including a level 1 violation, an allegation of a level 1 violation, which is the highest. It's the most severe you can receive against Jimmy Harbaugh. For allegedly misleading investigators looking into violations during the COVID-19 recruiting dead period. Apparently, Jim misled the investigators. Allegedly. That also Bill referred to Matt Weiss, who had been the co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. He was fired after the campus police opened an investigation into alleged computer crimes at Schembechler Hall. The investigation is ongoing. That's why we haven't heard anything. But Matt Weiss is out. That's why we talked about Sharon Moore. And
he was out very quickly.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
No, it was gone.
It was like that. Yeah, you're gone.
Matt Weiss, who was the co-offensive coordinator, called plays with Sharon Moore, the offensive line coach. Sharon Moore now will just call the plays as the offensive line coach this year. Also, last October, Donovan Edwards, the running back, released 2 statements. This is according to the Detroit News, after he was found to have retweeted an anti-Semitic comment in a Kanye West video. So Edwards, Donovan, was also in hot water. This has been a kind of a rugged off season for Jim. So we'll see how it all shakes out. It's all stuff I think you can manage. Schembechler, what you wonder wasn't there a background check? Wasn't it part of a background check to see if this was an issue? It's unclear, according to the Detroit News, what type of pre-employment check Schembechler went through before he was hired by Michigan.
Yeah, everyone goes through it, no matter what. Every place I've been, the number one thing you have to make sure we have your social number, it's information. So they run a complete background check on you. Whether that background check would include social media,
I don't know.
Checks, I don't know. That would be part of it.
Sources indicated Schembechler's this again, Detroit News. Sources indicated Schembechler's insensitive social media posts and likes were brought to the attention of Harbaugh and Manuel on Friday, and then they had to act quick. I mean, he was going to be an assistant recruiting coordinator, which is down the food chain a little bit.
I would imagine it was more just come here, we'll take care of you. I imagine you'd have been involved maybe more in the evaluation of different things. So I don't think you'd be running the day-to-day operations. Because if you have, first of all, if you've not been in college coaching, you've been in the NFL for 25 years, if you've not been in the recruiting phase of it, you'd be blown away.
Really?
Just like, you'd be blown away. It'd be like, first you'd be like, I was in the NFL. Be like, well, buckle up, because this is about tenfold compared to that.
Really?
It's tenfold. Because again, in the NFL, you're selecting. you tell them to come to you.
Yeah.
And in college, you're trying to recruit them to come to your place.
Yep.
And then also, if they can imagine talking about, well, tell me what you know about NIL. Some people, what would they say? Most would say, I think it's kind of screwed up. Okay, that's fine. You think that, but now just tell me about it. How do we do it? How do we work around it? How's this operate? All those things.
It's a great
so if you're not in the room of that, because like I said, it has changed so much over 25 years, let alone what happened with the portal and NIL going in at the same time. Like I said, it changed like 80% within a 2-year span.
Jim Harbaugh played for Bo.
Yes.
I think you're right. I mean, I think this might have just been we'll take care of you. Jim played for Bo Schembechler, played quarterback. Schembechler was the Michigan's head coach for 21 years.
Long time.
1969 to 1990. Was he till 1990? I think that's what I read. But anyway, 21 years. That's right. 69 to 90. I didn't know I guess now that I'm thinking about it, Schembechler coached up until 1990.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was it Lloyd Carr right after that? Then?
Yes,
right after him. Then
I think so. Jake.
He was a good coach. Lloyd did well.
Well, yeah, he was definitely.
He won their only natty.
Yeah, he was a great, good coach.
Yeah, he was a great coach.
Good run of success.
He just couldn't. You know what his problem was? He couldn't beat Ohio State. They had trouble with. I mean, I will look up his record against Ohio State.
Wasn't good. Well,
no.
It's fun to watch the runs in that rivalry. There's a lot of long runs on both sides where all of a sudden it's like Ohio State can't beat Michigan. That happened a lot. Then vice versa. Now that's what makes you wonder right now. Does Michigan go on a heater? Do they win 6 in a row?
Yeah.
Do they win 5 or 6 in a row? Because that would be a major, major story right now.
Oh, it would.
Before, when the stories are going back and forth, those teams were usually they were sometimes flogging around in that 9-3 window type of thing. So it wasn't where it's like, hey, we're undefeated, national championships on the line, those things. What's amazing, just think about this. We all know that Michigan, if they played TCU 10 times, they probably win 9. They happened to catch the one game. They had remember they didn't score from the one. They had all kinds of issues.
They had trouble in the red zone.
Oh, they should have won the game, but they didn't.
Right.
Just imagine if Ohio State makes the field goal and Michigan wins, and they're playing for a national championship against each other.
Oh,
and that was close to happening.
That
wasn't like it wasn't that far
real
off.
close.
Really close.
Since 2001, in the series, Michigan has won 4 times.
Yes.
That's it. And they've won 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Yes.
They came off an 8-game losing streak when they beat Ohio State back in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And to win to get to the Big Ten title game and win the Big Ten title game beyond that. But they've won 4 times since 2001 and 2 of them in the last 2 years.
Yep.
So
but
there was a lot of blue. There was a lot of blue here before in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Right now, you would probably say Michigan. I'm going to say they'd be the favorite against Ohio State today.
Yeah, with the quarterback, one thing. I'd say quarterback at home. But you go down to that stretch of Ohio State, they beat them a lot of times at Michigan.
Sure.
And also they went to the Horseshoe and beat them this year. So sometimes it's like, is that a huge deal? You'd rather play at home. If you had your choice, I'd rather play at home.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Then we hear about the depth. That's the thing that stands out about Michigan the most is the depth. And then the quarterback at Ohio State. Maybe unbelievable. We just don't know.
Kyle McCord or Devin Brown. That's who we're talking
sounds
about.
Like McCord, everything you hear.
Does it sound like McCord?
Yeah, it sounds like McCord from things. But again, it's not. Ryan Day did not text me this morning.
I got to ask you a question, Bill. I thought about this the other day.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget what we have next to us here. I was reading a story about Michigan trying to size up their team, and the writer threw out J.J. McCarthy as a possible first-round draft pick. J.J. McCarthy. Does he look like a first-round draft pick to you, quarterback? J.J. McCarthy.
It's hard to say. I think no matter what, people, if you start talking to here, just keep track of all the number of first-round draft picks that are thrown out there in the quarterback world. Could be a first-rounder. Could be a first-rounder.
You hear that a lot.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
Well, at the same time,
Tanner Lee.
Just think about this. Richardson from Florida completed like 50% of his passes.
53.7.
I think it's below that.
53.
I think it's 53%
of his passes. Did not win at a high rate.
No.
Was not.
4th overall pick.
4th overall pick. Think about that. Completed 53% of his passes.
We're going to figure that out.
And that's part of that. It's very interesting. So my point of that is it's hard to say, but the system that he's in at Michigan is stands out for being an NFL type system.
Okay.
And so that's a plus for him in that way. And what they've asked him to do, but I mean, like I said, he hasn't had enough. There's not a huge number of throws on film to see how many times he had to just
you're right.
Win in the pocket. I got to win in the pocket because they could run it so well and play action so well.
This is where you have to interject it. The fascinating part of this discussion. Who's the Colts GM? Irsay, right?
Well, he's the owner. He's the owner.
They have
Chris
put,
Ballard's the
they
GM.
are banking on him to carry that franchise. And you are correct, by the way. 53.8% was his complete.
That's the fourth overall pick.
Yeah, he was complete. Yeah, fourth overall pick. And Bill's right. 176 of 327. That's by far the most passes he's thrown in a season last year. 176 for 327, 53.8. 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Hell, that's Casey.
He can run.
That's Casey
He can run.
Thompson. He can run, though.
He can run.
And he can jump out of the gym. But he doesn't play in the gym. He
Yeah.
plays on a field.
Yeah, so-
But the
Not
Colts,
dunking here,
who have had
Anthony.
a long line of quarterback problems, it's a fascinating story to me because the Colts have had a long line of quarterback problems that's dragged back the franchise. Now they're banking on this guy, who's likely.
Well, to be fair, they got put in a bad spot when Andrew Luck retired early.
Yeah, and they missed.
He could have been still playing right now if he didn't retire early.
That's true, but that doesn't make you take him. That didn't have to take Richard.
No, they did. I'm just saying in terms of the problem since then.
What a gamble is what I'm saying is what a gamble.
Huge gamble. Huge.
What a gamble.
It'll be fascinating to watch.
Yeah, it
see
will.
how- and I'm sure some of it comes down to there's the discussion was so much about Jalen Hurts. About is he the next Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts played so well. He's played really well. Took him to the Super Bowl. Obviously had a chance to win the Super Bowl. It wasn't like they couldn't have won the game. They were in great shape in that game.
Had a chance.
So we're watching and going like, well, is he the next Jalen Hurts? Sometimes when you start classifying people as the next Jalen Hurts, is he the next Lamar Jackson? Is he that? Those guys are pretty special. Those guys are pretty special players.
Oh yeah.
Not saying that Richardson isn't, but going into it, just remember. The quarterback at the Ravens,
Lamar Jackson.
I said his name 10 seconds ago and just blanked out.
Lamar Jackson. That's okay.
He did win the Heisman.
Yeah, he did.
He won the Heisman.
Yeah.
So he obviously had a really good call. I mean, he didn't throw 53%, and he wasn't whatever it was, 9 interceptions, 17 touchdowns. Those weren't his numbers.
No,
those don't get you. No,
it's really an interesting story.
and it's hard to say that it's like, well, one thing is just that he's just, some guys you always just say he's just a winner. I'm not saying he's not a winner as a person, but he didn't win at a high rate.
Didn't win at a high rate. Didn't produce at a high rate. But he had a great combine.
Yeah,
he had a great combine. Now my opinion on McCarthy, not a first rounder. He doesn't look like a first rounder to me.
It doesn't appear so right now but I would say that's based on just not enough information.
Yeah, and
based on one thing, not like, oh, I don't like what I see. It's just like need to see more.
I like what I see, but first round's first round. And then the other part of that is I'm not sure what the crop is. Jake knows the crop better. I don't know what the quarterback crop is.
Quarterbacks. Oh, you got Drake May, of course, from UNC will be a top pick. Caleb Williams will be up there.
Number one.
First,
Yeah, I would think
that's
Caleb
Williams
Williams
is 2 right now.
Caleb Williams is first quarterback off the board.
The quarterback that just went to Notre Dame from Wake Forest will be there.
Yeah,
Hartman, Sam
yeah,
Hartman.
Sam
Hartman.
Hartman.
Probably
You think
first
he's
round,
there?
potentially.
Really?
Okay, I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to say McCarthy's at Michigan for 2 more years, for this year and that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Because what comes up that's different now? NIL money.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden they're gonna be like, we'll put together this is a pretty sweet little deal here. Get
Probably-
yourself ready.
yeah.
Be a better player. Let Coach Harbaugh get you ready for the NFL. Take your time. Oh, and by the way, we can make it very much worth your while.
Million. We'll get
Right
you a
here,
million.
right here. At
Yeah, you
Michigan.
can be a millionaire.
So
you can be a
not a
millionaire.
bad deal.
Yeah, he's be just fine. They have a chance to win the national title a couple years in a row if they keep.
They're loaded up
They're
this
loaded.
year.
They
They're
have
loaded
potential.
up this year.
They are.
They have a goal. It's not Big Ten. It's national.
And think
title.
about Georgia. Who's the quarterback at Georgia? I don't know. Who's the quarterback at Alabama?
Will be
Don't
the
know.
quarterback of Georgia.
Who?
Back.
Some we have not seen yet. That we've
Yes.
not seen.
You make
back.
up a name?
Nope.
You could have.
Could have.
Sure.
Does he have a degree?
That's the best
He's
story
still
yet.
better than Stetson.
Is there anyone from Georgia that can help chime in on this? We'd love to have
Wait,
if
Georgia,
they're
what
texting-
happened to Stetson
What
Bennett?
happened? How does that happen? 7
6
years. 7 years
He's
of college.
26 years old.
Never got his undergraduate. And you have to stay in a degree program. You can't. That's when you're a sophomore. So after year 2, you can't change your major unless it's very compatible. You can't go from architecture to music.
Right.
You can't do that. I'm going to go engineering to pre-med. We're not doing that.
He couldn't figure out what his next step was going to be.
He's working his way through life right now.
That's right. More next. Early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on 97.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Communities for over 70, making local decisions, organizations, local farm needs. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping financial needs with sound, innovative banking systems. Array of checking services to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, the purchase of a new John Deere, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Attention Lincoln. Looking for an effective way to reach the fitness goals you haven't been able to accomplish on your own? Body Fit Training science-based program is led by multiple highlighted coaches who will help you get the results. Their group of training classes are designed to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve your overall fitness level. At BFT Lincoln, you'll train like an athlete and be surrounded by motivated and like-minded individuals. For May only, get 1 week of classes for just $7 by visiting bodyfittraining.com.
You've been cooped up inside for too long. School is wrapping up and it's time for a road trip, but the family carriage needs some new tires. We're here to help. The Memorial Day tire sale is happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Goodyear tires, Hankook tires, Nokian tires, Kumho tires, all tires on sale through May 26th. Big savings, instant rebates, mail-in rebates. It's all happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Hurry, GrahamTireLincoln.com, getting you to the places that matter most.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great. We're
definitely coming back.
Sure.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. StarterHeyman.com.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to come to Lincoln's kids to
It's July, and your general manager of Honda, the dealer bar, to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, they're extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln, across Nebraska, a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, shop, and more. Where can you go to services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to brantexcavating.com. So Hearn, join the team today. Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big red.
937 The Ticket. AFX weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly to mostly sunny skies here for our Monday. It will be a warm day with a high of around 82, south winds at 10 to 15. Mainly clear tonight, low dropping down to around 55. We'll see those temps bump up just a touch for our Tuesday. Again, partly to mostly sunny skies with a high of 84. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This.
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jake. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Reminder, we will be out on location on Wednesday at Cedars, 66th and Pioneers for Give to Lincoln Day. This show, 6 a.m. all the way till 6 p.m. Going to be a 12-hour radiothon out there for Give to Lincoln Day. You can always get ahead at givetolincoln.com. Donate. Specify where you want your funds to go to. For Cedars, they're trying to build a new building out there. But once again, Cedars' mission is to help children and youth achieve safety, stability, and enduring family relationships. Givetolincoln.com. We'll be out there on Wednesday for that. Okay. Saw this story yesterday.
Yes.
In the from the LA Times. USC athletic director Mike Bone resigns after criticisms over management. Now get this. The Times was asking him.
The LA Times.
LA Times was asked him and USC about internal criticism of his management. And he resigned the very next day of the athletic department. Criticism of the department, he resigns the very next day.
According to the Times, LA, 4 current and former USC employees said staffers inside the department had raised concerns about Mike Bone. Is that what we're calling him? At USC's, yeah, that's he's 62 years old. It's kind of, let's just put it this way. The resignation is surprising, right?
They're a year away from going to the Big Ten.
Right. It was less than 4 years after he was hired. He's 62. It comes out of nowhere. Bill?
It's extremely troublesome. Now, the one thing we talked about off air was that USC being private, so there is no the media cannot get the emails or anything that's
I don't
going
think
on.
so.
I don't think they have been able to do that with what it was. Sounds very odd. Or it also might be a situation where there's some sort of discrepancy. And at that place, remember, first of all, the athletic director gets a lot of scrutiny wherever he's at.
He does.
And at USC,
or she does, yes.
Yes, at USC, it's probably double that. It really is. Those guys, that place took a beating at that with who was it, Hayden, and then Swan. They went with that.
Yeah,
those guys. It was. They took a
They did.
beating.
Yeah, you're right.
So he might also be at age 62. Something comes up that was just very general like that. Of just, well, how are you doing this? You know what? I'm good. I've got enough money. I'm 62. I can retire right now. No issues. And that's what I'm going to do.
He mentioned, Bone, ongoing health challenges in a statement to the Los Angeles Times and told Pete Thamel of ESPN it was an amicable split with the university.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound like it.
Again, as you said earlier, Sip, the LA Times spoke to 6 USC sources who raised concerns about his management of the department. Several described him as a poor manager who missed meetings he was expected to attend and was often absent from key events, including USC national championship victories in different sports. Apparently, Bone also made inappropriate comments about the physical appearance of female colleagues, including remarks about their dress, hair, and weight that staff members said made them feel uncomfortable, according to 2 USC sources with knowledge of the incidents.
Yeah,
that probably is the smoking gun.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah,
if there
it
was
definitely
some sort of comments, something that would fall into some sort of harassment situation, if that was well documented or not documented.
Yeah, and then the winning just doesn't outweigh that. I mean, he hired Lincoln Riley too. So if he would just comport himself in a reasonable manner, he's sitting on a gold mine, right?
Yeah, I would think if I was the athletic director, I could get myself through the day without making comments about. I think without somebody else's weight,
just zip the lip,
or
zip the lip here,
and
Mike.
then also show up to events I'm supposed to be at. I could do that. So if they need to call me, I can.
You're open.
If I need to be at the water polo national championships, I'll be there.
Be there.
I'll be there.
USC
I'll be an SC of a quarter zip or a 3/4 zip, as Simple likes. Like that down to your navel. Yes, but I will wear that and be at everything they need to be at. So. Yeah, and
you could just be at a meeting on time, Bill.
Yes, being timely.
Just,
I like being early. I enjoy being
early.
Yes.
If someone gets to the meetings on time, just be there.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill, can we switch away from the USC? Bill, even during the show, he sent us interesting
trying to
text.
research, guys.
He sends us that text about your Heat, your Miami Heat. Do you have that? And
I have
you want to go through it, Bill? It's pretty
No,
interesting.
I want you to read it.
Okay. So the Heat up 3-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the Eastern Conference Finals over the Celtics. The Heat, you're going to call them an 8 seed?
They are the 8 seed. I'm not going to call them. That's what they are.
They are.
They're doing it with Caleb Martin, undrafted.
Off the bench.
Okay. You know this team.
Yep.
Max Strus, undrafted.
From DePaul.
Gabe Vincent, huge night last night, undrafted. Gabe Vincent was fabulous last night.
From San Jose State.
Oh, my
a
God.
very unheralded
Spartan.
player in college.
Duncan Robinson, undrafted.
From Michigan.
Playing a role now because Tyler Hero's not available, hurt. Bam Adebayo, 14th pick.
Kentucky.
Tyler Hero, 13th pick.
Not
Kentucky.
playing.
Not playing right now. Yeah. Injured.
Eric, this is a tweet. This is a tweet from a guy named Ben Steiner. Eric Spoelstra, the head coach, hired from within the organization. This is the kicker. This is what Bill sent us. Being bad in the NBA is a choice. Talent is everywhere with the right eye. That is a coaching thing.
That's the one thing that I've hit on numerous times in this show is you have to out-evaluate, not always out-recruit. You have to out-evaluate of people. Like look what I'm looking for. When you watch that team, their culture of them and how that team is formulated, that's a competitive team. And the thing that stood out yesterday, what I thought was, and I know things were going bad
yesterday
in the game last night versus the Celtics.
Heat Celtics.
And Barkley talked about it at halftime. It was like they complained every time down the floor, the Celtics. Palms up. Every call, everything was this. No matter what it was this every time. That would drive me nuts. that would just drive me nuts as a coach. As that would every single
Even
time.
Horford does that.
Every single now you'll see it on both sides. Now you will. I mean, I couldn't imagine being an NBA officials dealing with that type of talent up and down the court just to stay with the game. Then after every call you make, someone is palms up to you. It's the sideline. It's someone on there. You see them, and those NBA refs. They're having a lot of conversations with the players. They're always talking to them. They don't. Hey, here's what's going on about that. And sometimes it doesn't go well, but that would be
taxing.
Job would be brutal because every time there's a foul or if there's a shot made, every time that they're looking for the foul.
They are every time.
I got hit.
It's just become part of the deal.
But the evaluation.
Yes.
Can you imagine the intensity? Because I know that's how Riley was. The intensity that Spoelstra and that whole staff is still being accounted for from Riley on what we're looking at. The talent they're looking
Riley's
for.
at every game, right, Jake?
Yeah, of course he is.
Every game, every meeting. You think he's not involved in every one of these evals? You think it's like, huh, he's playing good. Where'd you guys find him?
Jake.
That man is the godfather of the organization.
We are sitting next to a tremendous recruiter. What evaluation sounds to me like, Bill, is a lot of hard work. It does.
Well, there's so many.
Out evaluate just sounds like work to me.
There's so many things you have to be. Someone's going to say, okay, and again, I said numerous times that it's not smart or dumb. How fast do they process? Well, then show it to me. Yeah, so how are you going to show it to me? Because you can't say process and they run a 40. They don't process that. It's like how fast can they process on the court? Some of the things that they can do on the court, and so that's hard to evaluate. Then it's going to be how much do they really like? They really like ball. They love football. They love basketball. How much they really like it. The extra work that has to go in, the above and beyond, just the relentless strain to be unreal all the time. And it is so hard to do. We used to talk about this a lot when I was at Ohio State with Urban Meyer, and it was the 10-80-10. And the 10 was that 10% that is just the ones that do everything right, have the talent, the ability, and they outwork everyone every day. Then there's the 80% where most of us fall. You're struggling. You do really good. You know, I'm down on carbs, but I still eat a piece of cake whenever it's available. That type of thing. You're still a really good person.
That's all right.
Then you get the 10% that's just they can't do anything right. They just can't get anything right in their life. We all know. We all know the 10%. That 10%. Think about the one person. You just go, I don't know. Does that person ever do something that's like, no, there's on top of their stuff of everything they do. So when you find those people with the skill set, like I said, just a bunch of, you can find those guys all over the place, but they have to have the talent set to go with it, to go all those things. And that's why when you hit the perfect storms, I've talked about it before, the perfect storms of Nebraska during national championship runs and all the different time, it was the perfect storm of talent, competitive spirit, all those things all factored into at one time. It wasn't just like, oh, they just had such unreal talent. You know, it's like, it's like Nebraska won, what a great run they had with the 3 national championships that they won during that time with a quarterback that never even got, no NFL. There wasn't an NFL quarterback.
No.
They just had an offense that fit him exactly with what he does.
Yeah.
Does it really
Identified
well. Identified him, had a plan for him. That's the biggest part. And you have to be able to go so deep into them with what you have. And then you have to have adults in the room with grown-up assistants that are good enough to say, I know he's a 4-star. I know we want him. I get all this stuff. I'm telling you, I've been down there enough. I know. I don't think he's what we want. There's some flags, but people won't say that because they have to sign people. They have to be productive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard. Then you can always fall back with, well, we all said we wanted him, type of thing. I was in the meeting several times and there are certain things that came up and on a failure. And Coach O has been like, hey, that one's on me. I said we're doing this. We knew what the issues were, and I said we're doing it.
Tough business,
and we did it.
We are way late. Let's play the game. So give us a call right now at 464-568. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topic, random for a Monday, Nebraska golf courses. I was at Tatanka in Niobrara this weekend.
Wait a second. What's it called?
Tatanka, which is Buffalo.
And again, if you ever want to play that for free, go see Steve Schindler 7-time
to
Banker
Steve.
of the Year at Midwest Banks. He'll get you on for free cart, everything.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Random golf course.
Yeah, do you know what towns these courses are in the state of Nebraska? 464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, no, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Simple. Call 946-685. Shut Up, Simple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Takedown Sip in Trivia, Nebraska golf courses. I don't have Josh over there today, so if you can hear me, you're playing the game show. Who do we have here if you can hear me on the phone?
This is JD.
JD. JD's on the phone. How do you feel about Nebraska golf courses today?
I feel
Okay, you guys are in trouble.
We're in major trouble.
All right,
Start
Bill
off,
is going to be a lifeline for Sip if he can help him for one question, as always.
JD, did you play golf?
I play way too much golf, if you ask my wife.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, JD, thanks for
You
calling.
guys are in trouble. JD, first question goes to you. What town is Lockland Country Club in?
Oh, I know that.
Lockland Country Club is in Hastings, Nebraska.
Brilliant. You would have had that?
Yes. Keep in mind, I a lot of my formative years were spent in Grand Island.
Okay, you
So
would
I
have
was,
that.
well,
That's
I was
a good golf
yeah,
course,
yeah,
too.
Absolutely.
All right, Sip, first question to you. What town is Wild Horse Golf Course in?
Wild Horse. Wild Horse. Wild Horse.
It's not going to help you. I have to say it differently.
I know where I would guess, but don't use me because
It's one of two places. And I'm going to guess. I think I can get it. It's probably 50%. You've talked about Gothenburg.
Gothenburg is
Brilliant.
correct. A 1-1 tie. So
We've
Bill
talked
Stone.
about this
It's a
before.
great golf
Yeah.
course. Great track. For the lead,
Great
last
track.
question, JD. What town is the Prairie Club in?
Prairie Club, the Dunes and Pines course is in Valentine.
Well, you guys have no chance in that one. Yeah, there are
Okay,
two
now I still got
courses
my
there.
lifeline.
So basically, the commissioner of Nebraska golf is called.
Yeah,
in.
JD's called.
Yes,
He's like, I'm ready
yes.
for this.
Wild Horse is my home course, too, so I would have that one pretty easy.
That does help. All right, Sip. Bill still play for the tie.
Yeah, we need this.
What
Yeah.
city is Happy Hollow Country Club?
Well, it's in Omaha. We're alive. We're alive.
Brilliant. This goes to you.
We're alive.
You're alive. And JD will go over under your number.
Don't
here.
give me a
Okay.
course yardage, please.
Yes.
Do not give me course
Actually, it's
yardage.
not golf
Yeah.
related here.
Okay, okay.
I mentioned that Lockland is in Hastings.
Okay.
What is the population of Hastings, Nebraska?
Okay.
Oh, you should nail this. You should put a close number on this one.
Oh, well, can I consult with Bill?
Yeah,
Briefly.
absolutely. Yeah.
Briefly, yeah.
What are you going with? What do you think? Right, give me a number.
They're consulting. For those curious why it's radio silence, they're consulting over here.
No, I'm good with that. I was thinking,
What is the official guess, please?
Okay.
no, not a,
I was thinking 26. Bill was
You want-
thinking
you want to split
24.
it?
Yeah. We'll split the difference and say, I'll say Hastings has 25,512 people in it.
perfect.
25,512?
Yes.
Okay, over under 25,512, JD.
Oh, gosh, I think that's pretty good. I will say just a hair over.
Yes! I'll tell you right now.
We won that game.
we won that game. Hey, the guess was really good because the number is 25,037.
Wow.
So
We combined.
a great game. Both parties.
We should have never won that.
No.
That was.
I'm
one-
sorry,
one golf
JD.
course. That was. That.
I apologize,
We just had a
JD.
16 beat a 1.
That
We
happens.
just had a
It
16 beat a
happens
1
once
seed.
in a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coffee, but calling it up, JD. Nice try today. Nice.
1-0.
All right, thank you.
You bet. 1-0. That's a surprising 1-0.
Yeah.
You dug deep for Gothenburg. You had
Yeah.
Omaha.
And Happy Hollow's pretty easy. I mean, I'm practically from Omaha. So thank you.
And great. I mean, you said 26. You said 24.
Yeah, good consultation.
The
Just
right
the
in the
opposite.
middle was a good idea.
Yeah, that was.
In the middle.
Yeah.
So well done.
What if we
16
did?
to
What,
1.
what if we did nailed that one on the nose?
If you got the population. I like you didn't just go 25,000 flat. You gave me
yeah.
a number. That's important.
Yes.
I don't like going just flat, lame
Yeah.
numbers. Give me the
No.
like the Uranian
that was
song.
unbelievable. That's one of our best wins ever.
That was a really impressive win.
Hastings.
Because I'm saying he could have named every golf course in Nebraska.
He could have.
I believe JD would have named every golf course in Nebraska.
He could have done that.
I think he could have. We our only hope was to get to a overtime.
That's our only chance. Yeah.
Well,
you got us there.
You did. When we come back, the spillover with Raf and AD next on Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break. Jake Sorensen and Big Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, I'm Barb Bettine, CEO of the Lincoln YMCA. On behalf of I want to thank Lincoln's Choice for Best Youth Sports Programs, Best Youth Activity Programs, and Best Preschool. These categories represent so much of what we do at the Y, and we're honored to serve thousands of families in our community each and every day. Hey, with summer just around the corner, I invite you to stop in to one of our 4 branches and learn how the Y can be a part of your family. The Y Outdoor Pools open May 27th, and we can't wait to see you.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled who want to see you succeed. We'll also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at .com.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to NovotnyNutritionandWellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
On the air.
Back
Well, he's starting early today, isn't it?
for an early break with Sim J, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it is time for the spillover with Raph and AD, and we have full stomachs because there was food brought to us in the break there from Matthew, friend of yours, Raph.
It's a breakfast buffet.
Yeah. So what? AD, you got the plate there.
I think he is now officially the official chef of the drive. So we met Matthew about 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
And he brought in some food then, and it was exceptional. And then last week we were talking, and we're like, we need breakfast again. And it's Ralph's birthday week. And lo and behold, pull in this morning, and I see him walking in with food. And I'm like, Matthew, it just came clutch again.
So what are we? We got bacon. We've got biscuits and gravy. We've got eggs over there. Some scrambled eggs.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Is there French toast I saw back there?
Yes, it's French toast.
And it's just a
creme
friend.
brulee French toast.
Yes. Creme brulee French toast.
Now, here's the deal. The drive has, they have something we don't have. That's an official chef.
Oh,
they have an
we can find
official
an
chef.
No, that's what they do.
The drive has an official chef, Matthew.
And I see
but I'm a little jealous.
Rico has provided us some kolaches
from Verdigris.
From Verdigris,
From the
which you
Verdigris
asked
Bakery,
for.
which
Yeah,
I
you
asked for,
for
yes.
the kolaches from Verdigris. So.
Yes.
Well, this is this all of a sudden this has turned into the Food Network.
Well, you know what? It kind of always has been, really, hasn't it? Though we're big into
I'm
food.
still a little. This is going to bother me all day that they have a chef, an official chef on the drive, and we don't have official chef.
Matthew brought it in.
We are taking applications on early break for an official chef.
Official chef. You make the food here at the office.
Well, no, you can make it anywhere you want. You
They
don't
could
have to
make it. We can have it on video. We can show them making the food on video.
Okay. Do we have a stove here?
Yes.
Well, we can
We'll have to start
I
the
don't
grill
think we
up
have
outside.
a stove.
We'll have to start the grill up
You have to
outside.
grill, yeah.
So, Raph, this good to see you.
Yeah.
The big, big purple shirt today.
Raph,
LSU colors?
Yeah.
LSU?
Yeah, right now
exactly.
Aaron's unavailable.
Yeah. AD.
Exactly. He's just like he's going to the electric chair.
His
last meal.
He's like Sean Penn.
Yes,
Hey, what movie was that? Dead Man Walking.
He's getting ready for his,
It's like Sean
his
Penn.
final meal over
Hey,
here.
Raph's going to turn 49 on Wednesday. That's why this food's here.
The Dennis Smith year.
Yeah, what is it, like Mardi Gras? Is it every day you celebrate your birthday? It's not till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Usually I do the entire month, but I
You do the entire month.
I took a lot of friction for making it an entire month.
Yeah,
so
that's shit.
this week I said I'm only going to do a week. But we'll see what happens because Memorial Day happens, and so we might extend it a week and a half. We'll see how I'm
Week
feeling.
and a half of birthday celebration.
Yeah.
You know what? If you have enough people who can celebrate you, that's great.
A famous man once said, "Let's ride."
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah, that
Who
was
that?
Russell Wilson.
Russell
apparently.
Wilson.
He's still famous.
Oh yeah.
Is he kind of a has-been at this point?
Yeah.
Is he kind of sucked now?
We're gonna find out.
Solid
Now
year
you
last
see
year.
why, folks. Denver fans, I'm sorry.
Look at Aaron. He's
but
got
I
a mouthful of
hate
food.
You just got
Denver.
gravy all over
and
himself.
it's Ralph's fault because every show, no matter what, something like Let's Ride, Bronco Power, whatever. I hate them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. I don't say fins up all the time. It doesn't happen. I
Yeah.
keep that to myself unless they're
Largely.
playing.
Yeah.
If they win, I'll text you fins up maybe
Yeah.
once in a while, rarely.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Me
Yeah.
too.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Let me ask you: were you guys fans of Brooks Koepka winning yesterday at the PGA? Because there's a lot of friction.
Is there?
There's a lot of friction between Live Golf, PGA Tour. This is the first time a Live golfer has won a major since they've had the tours change up here. Koepka wins his 5th major, the 20th golfer to ever win 5 or more majors. He had been playing some bad golf for the last 2 years. Found it again at the Masters. Won a Live Golf Tour event. Wins the PGA. Are you anti Live and Brooks? Or are you pro Brooks yesterday?
I'm pro Brooks yesterday, and if you look at his story, 2 years ago, there was questions whether he was ever going to play competitive golf ever again due to his knee injury.
A lot of injuries.
And at the time, to take that free money from Live was what he had to do. If you look at it now, maybe he doesn't go to Live knowing that he's back, on top of the game like he was. Because when on that what was
Full Swing
on
Netflix, yeah,
he basically said he didn't think he'd ever get back to where he was before. So I congratulate him. And the only people that make the big deal about the Live Tour right now are you got Greg Norman that's sending out tweets right after, and then
what did he say?
Oh, just
on Twitter,
congratulations, 4 out of the top 10 and 11 of the top 20 or something.
Which is
like
pretty
that.
impressive.
Well, yeah, that's not, that
They
doesn't
hit
offend
4
me.
out of
That,
the
he
top
did. That
10
doesn't
people.
offend me.
But
that he
it's always turning it into a Live thing when you
Okay.
should have been. I think you celebrate Brooks Koepka. You don't even mention Live. Hey, congratulations, Brooks,
Yeah,
on your
that's a good point.
championship. Then today, if
That's
you
a
want
good
to send
point.
out another tweet, then you do that. But let him celebrate. And that's basically what he in his post press conference. What Brooks talked about was, hey, yeah, it's good for Live, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about me and what I've accomplished. So I'm happy for him. I'm glad he made it back.
Is it possible just to dislike Live the tour, but not disparage the guys who took the money? That's the way I am.
I think it depends how those guys handle it. If they're like, DeChambeau's pretty open about why he likes Live, and he's just kind of anti PGA Tour.
Okay.
Whereas Brooks Koepka has not been against anti PGA. He's like he's not like bashing the PGA.
Right. It's
some guys have bashed it on the way out.
It's hard for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's hard for me to criticize someone who takes generational wealth to play golf. It's just like, I mean,
it's hard to criticize them. At the end of the day, regardless of what side of the spectrum you fall on, it's a business.
Right.
Those guys see an opportunity. They said basically, I don't really. Well, my legacy on the PGA, yeah, maybe tainted, whatever. But like you mentioned, Sip, it's generational wealth.
Yeah.
I think what was Brooks's what is it to pay out? I know it was over like 50 million or 60 million. He got
like 100 mil.
I think it was close to 100 million.
Yeah, and I'm going to criticize
that.
To
go to Live Golf, I think it was 100 mil.
Yeah, I'm not going to criticize something I do.
And at the time when he took the money,
$100 million.
he didn't know where his health was going to be at.
Yeah, it's like
So to me, the guy shows regardless if you like him on the tour or not, on the Live Tour, the PGA Tour, he won. Regardless of what tour he's on, he did win. I big congrats to him. Big congrats.
It's just great to see a guy that's been there get back to that spot. 5 majors. That's really impressive.
What a serious.
He carried himself really well.
Yeah.
He was likable.
Yeah.
It's because he did not do anything, even though you may be a bit little on the fringe. Like, he's a Live guy. After a while, we watch you. He's pretty likable. Really not.
Yeah,
he's just a guy.
He's just a dude, man. He's a dude.
Yeah, he's not. He's very benign, really.
Now, was he the one also that was always in the head-to-head with DeChambeau?
Yes.
Which I always
Which
enjoyed.
DeChambeau started that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was annoying. Now, and they played together, I think, on Saturday, actually.
You did see DeChambeau come up when Brooks was walking to the scorching afterwards. DeChambeau came up, they dapped each other up. And
Jake Koepka doesn't cause him many problems, does he?
No.
With his mouth?
No, he does not.
No.
Okay.
Matter of fact, every time you heard him, he's really sharp. He's really sharp.
I think big golf fans have been annoyed by him a little bit because he only shows up and plays well in majors, which I respect that. He shows up when it matters most. He doesn't play great in the other tournaments because he doesn't turn it on. Doesn't turn that, the switch on where he turns it on in majors. That's impressive to me. Very impressive. All right, that's it for us. The drive with Raph and AD is next. Enjoy your food. You got some more.
He is enjoying
for
it.
what's left. AD,
my last meal.
Yeah.
For Bill Busch and Steve Zippel, I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options